Shalom, shalom. I'm the brother Marakab, and but first and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakak Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and the Akim out there, they push in the truth with nothing but sincerity in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Started from the tribe of Judah all the way down to Issachar. And yesterday, I was watching this Netflix documentary with my woman, though, and it's called The Perfect Neighbor, though. If anyone has seen it, I mean, it's pretty good though, man. But in that documentary, you see, is this lady though, her hatred towards, towards Jake because she's right here actually though, like this lady right here. So what happened is this is based in over there in I believe in Florida, and she had a house though, and in between the house or her and some other guy's house, it was a big lot, of grass. So I forgot it was called though, and well, the neighborhood kids will play in that lot right there, and she had an issue with that, and man, I seen that lot though, man, that's just big, man. It's big enough where you could feel like a house though, right? So, and you could see the kids would just play, it was just like, it reminded me, those kids that were playing there, it reminded me of when I was a kid, like back in the 90s though, man, when we used to just get all together and play, like fun though, but anyways, this lady right here, she happened to shoot one of the kids' mom though, shot her right, I think in the chest though, and eventually that woman dies though, So she's an Israelite woman though too. This woman shot the Israelite woman though, and the thing about it though, man, is that seeing that documentary just made me mad though. Like Esau's hatred towards Jacob, man. You know what I'm saying though, and she was a devil, man. This lady just was fucking devil, man. She'll talk like if she was like of the victim, man. When in reality, she was just being a Karen, though, And the little kids will call her Karen, though. And in the documentary, it doesn't hold back, though, man. It doesn't hold back. Documentary, it shows. I mean, it doesn't show when the lady gets shot, though, but the son found her, and ran to a neighbor's house though, and you could see him in the camera all panicking and crying and shit, So like it doesn't, like I said, this documentary doesn't hold back though on of what went down though, that night. So yeah, we're watching this, and I don't know what they call it, the perfect neighbor though. When that's mockery right there, Netflix, man, like they be picking up on the story, making it into a documentary, and I mean, I don't even think they reached out to the woman's family and said, "Hey, we're gonna put a documentary of your mom. You don't mind if we," you know what I'm saying? Though these motherfuckers just do shit like that, though, man. And how I know is because look at the title of it, though, like the perfect neighbor. Like how, like that's mockery, man. That's just being a smart mouth because it's like, how are you gonna put the title "The Perfect Neighbor" knowing that this neighbor killed like. You know what I'm saying though? Like that's just mockery though, man. But but anyways though, so this lady right here, man, she look at that bitch got old right away, real quick. And I think she just got like 25 years or some shit, you know what I mean? See what this lady's name is? Suzanne Lawrence. What was her name again? Suzanne. Yeah, see, she got Susan Lawrence was sentenced to 25 years in prison for 2023 shooting death of neighbor Ayik AJ Owens in Florida. Yeah, see? So she got sentenced 25 years. Man, how come they didn't give her life? Bitch literally killed her, you know what I mean? Come on now. But this is Esau's hatred towards Jacob, man. You know what I mean? Because ever since the beginning, man, the birthright, man, and the hatred towards he has Jacob, though it never goes away, though, because in the book of Ezekiel, believe it's the 35th. Ezekiel 35 and 5, it says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel, Esau, by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and the time that iniquity had an end. See? So this devil, man, just has a hatred towards us, man, a perpetual hate. You know, I think perpetual means like long lasting, though, you know? Let's look into that word perpetual. Here you go. See? Here it is. Everlasting, existing indefinitely, continuing forever. See? In time, in future time. See? So this devil, man, has an ongoing hate towards Jacob, man. You see? And it's continuing to this day, man. This devil never loved us, man. Remember, in the book of Numbers, you know, we were trying to go through just his highway. We told him we ain't gonna get no drink out of the well. We ain't gonna pick nothing from the field, though. And what's he do? Nah, go around. You see what I'm saying, though? So this hatred of this devil, it's still there, man. You know what I'm saying, though? Because even in Obadiah, when I said rise, where does it say, though? Here it is. Obadiah 1 and 13, it says, thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shalt not have looked on their affliction in the day of the calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. So I believe this is the time where the Babylonians had taken the southern kingdom, though. These motherfuckers were there just, you know, right there, man. They were just right there because, yeah, because I think it was the Babylonians. Let me see. Let me get the... This is a good source too right here, man. And they'll tell you like the breakdown, you know. So I like this. It goes off a little bit though, but in some cases it actually gets the point, you know. Hold on. It says trying to enter give calamity. Okay. Well, it should break down what event this happened at. Let's see. Yeah, because this is talking about the now watch the day of the brother and the day that became a foreigner. I think it should break this one. See, sometimes it just doesn't give you the whole scoop though, you know. But anyways, yeah, it was that day though, you know. So they just stood there, man, like, you know, because even in the book of Lamentations, though, you know, it speaks on how, you know, Apostle Gabar gets this one right here, you know. Lamentations 2:15, it says, all that passed by clapped their hands at thee. They hissed and wagged their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this a city that man called the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? You know, pretty much talking shit. The 16, it says, all thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth, and they say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we look for. See? We have found and we have seen it. See? They just love us being down, though, man, as a nation, though. You know, they can't see us come up, though, man. You know what I'm saying, though? They just got to see us suffer, man. They can't, it's like right now, man. They can't see a Jake, though, riding a Lamborghini or a Bugatti, though. You know, cops pull them over right away, though, man. And even at the times of the 1800s, though, man, if they would have seen a, you know, Israelite riding a horse, though, you know, they would have just checked on them like, hey, man, you own this horse? Like, see, back then, you know, the Israelites, we weren't really common besides Gad, though. Gad was. But if you were to see, you know, Judah, especially Judah, man, you seen the movie, what's that called? What's that shit called with Jamie Foxx, though? Django? I think Django. You know what I'm saying though? But they see the slave on the horse. That shit was uncommon back in the day though. So they were to see that, they would have been like, hey man, what's this guy doing on the horse though? And that's the thing about it though, man. So even when they see us at least have a little something, they always got to talk shit, or they'll do anything they can though to take it away, from having even their fucking woman, man. The Edomite woman, the Shedemites, man, they hate, especially that. Ooh, man, you have kids with the Shedemite though. These devils hate that, man. And they might not say, nah, they don't, nah. These niggas hate that shit, man. I knew a fucking Edomite right here. His name was Zach. I mean, he's still alive though, but his name is Zach though. And he was messing with his, Issacharite woman, right? And she was cute and everything though, man. And he was messing with her, but and then he ended up being with the Edomite woman, right? She ended up being a tweaker and all that shit though. She was all bad though, And he told me straight up, he's like, well, I can't bring the Issacharite woman home because my parents wouldn't approve her. And at that time, like, damn, like, man, that shit still existing to this day. And you see these old folks and shit, these Edomites and shit, though, they be all nice and everything, though. Whatever the case, though, they could tolerate, because, we ain't around them all the time, though. But to marry into their family or get up one of their, though, pregnant and shit, oh, they hate that shit, man. And it seems all calm and goody over here and where I'm from, Kalinga, though, but back in the day, man, it was racism, motherfucker, over here, though, man. These motherfuckers were hated, Issacharites over here, man. Especially Judah, too, man, in this town, though. You talking about 100 years ago, man? They'll probably try to lynch you over here, though, man. But since you know how it is, Jacob is, we multiply, though. So now it's like, at one point, it was 60% of Edomites, 40% of, Issacharite. Now it's like 80% of Issacharite and maybe 20%, 15% of Edomites that live here in this town. You see what I'm saying, though? But that's just the way it is, man. So, there's some cool, yeah, there could be Jake too, you know what I mean? Some Edomites though that live here and everything, though. Not everyone's like that, though, but when you talking about their granddaddy, though, their granddaddy's a different story, though. You know what I'm saying, though? So, I'll just get this last one, Psalms 83. Psalms 83 and 2, I'll get at 2. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they shall hate thee, have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. Who's the hidden ones? These Edomites, man. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel might be no more in remembrance. Ooh, see? So that's the thing, man. These devils, this is a prophecy right here, man. So these devils hate us, man. You see what I'm saying, though? So, yeah, I just want to speak real quick on, documentary I seen, though. So with that, hopefully it was edifying. Till the next time I say, Shalom.